hear me because we're live.
Okay. Well,
Funny
hello
noises.
and good evening. Welcome to the Life of Die, a collection of nerds who just love to gather on a Wednesday night and play some motherfucking D&D. We're here playing The Curse of Strahd, a gothic horror story filled with more horror and trauma than the time I was sitting on the toilet and felt a spider run across my bare arse. Cured my constipation right up.
Dude.
We have our lovely cast of characters who dare to fight our vampire lord. Sitting here tonight, we have Fliss as Dami, Layla as Reaper, Mike B as Blanche, Mike H as Light, Lee as Erebus, and Lewis as Bulky. Say hello, guys.
Hello, guys.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
As usual, we had a bit of a technical issue before, but all fixed and hopefully ready to rock and roll.
Right.
Okay. Introductions very quick tonight.
Flew through it.
Absolutely.
He's just
Yeah.
excited.
Funny
He's
that-
We
excited
have a
for the
temple to get to. Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, we do.
Every time we go, we're going to the temple. Oh, wait, but first. Sorry, dwarf. You'll have to wait.
Yeah.
Do you know what, though?
Yeah.
I did realise there is another place that we needed to go before we went to the temple, so if we could just...
Don't tell anyone.
It's like
Don't
those,
tell anyone.
it's like those American adverts. But wait, there's more.
There's more!
No, that's Sillick Bang, dear.
Bang, and the eyes are gone.
Slick.
Are you saying now that the true BBEG isn't Strahd? It turns out it's Barry Scott.
Sorry, Scott. Please.
It's just a
Right.
disguise.
That is what
It's
it's going to
Sillick-
be.
it's
Rip
Sillick
off
Bang.
The mask.
I swear
It's
to God,
me,
if we get
Barry
sponsored by
Scott.
Sillet Bang, oh, that'd be the dream.
I think you have to say it once
Right.
more, Matt.
Bang and the dirt is gone. Hi, I'm Strahd.
Oh! New character voice.
No, it'd be Bang and the eyes are
Are you-
gone. That's what Strahd would be saying.
The pop and the eyes are gone.
It was
Right.
definitely something.
I'm ready to recap last week, and we'll move away from Sillet Bang.
Not last week you ran
Oh,
away
yeah,
in fear.
well, yeah, 2 weeks ago. So last flip we left off. The company teleported to the south of Barovia to now attempt to find the Amber Temple. Before them, the party came to Solenka Pass, a tower and a gate that once belonged to the soldiers of the Silver Order before Strahd took over it and wiped the soldiers out. But now you've come to discover it is now a prison to the original alpha of the werewolf pack. You rescued Emil, was his name, to discover that one of Strahd's brides had been studying him and dissecting him like some sort of lab rat. Then she appeared, and Ludmila was no fool to your hiding places and disguises of turning yourselves into crates. And
Foolproof.
there you attacked.
Forgot
And
We
but with a
messed her
little,
up.
but with a little help of time magic from Victor and melting the silver stake by Bolgi, you killed the bride. And before settling up for a short rest, started heading to the Amber Temple.
I think we're still in the tower, aren't we?
You are still in the tower.
Wait, did we
I
have
was
to go
sitting
back
up top
inside?
having
I thought
a-
we were outside.
You guys went inside to rest. I went up to the roof to say goodbye to Emil.
Oh yeah, and he's
I don't remember going
he's
back
run off.
inside.
No, we did because we wanted a short rest as well.
No, I
Oh,
don't
you-
remember going
okay.
back inside because of a Tiago.
Oh yeah.
Fair.
Oh, I've not altered anything.
I'm
On the
gonna
last
say there's
game.
method in my madness.
Schools, that's
to a
where we all
point.
are.
There's that still yellow square right in the bottom right corner of that.
How the fuck that get there?
That's my daylight.
So, after giving some time,
Mhm.
Light will climb the ladders and just go for some fresh air at the top, because he never left the tower. Like,
I about to say, yeah, he was still on that.
yep,
Lower
he just
floor.
stood at the window.
Chicken noises.
I still attacked, all right.
In fairness, Blanche doesn't know where he was because she can't see.
So he's just gonna stand over it like. We are like on the edge of a cliff type thing, aren't we?
You are, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll stand at whichever edge looks over the side of the cliff.
Okay.
Was a
He's
bit
gone
tense.
emo.
No, just taking in the scenery.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we just say if he does decide to jump, can I just shout, do a backflip?
Do a barrel roll.
Can I have his guns first?
Oh, backflips.
I only have one gun. All right.
Anyway, some role playing's happening.
Yeah, that was a bit tense. Wasn't sure if those other things were going to disappear or not once she went down.
Yeah. Kind of thought we'd be fighting a bit longer. I didn't get hurt though. That was cool.
I mean, did many get hurt? That seemed to be pretty quick.
Kids got skills.
Speaking of, I've been thinking.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't really know. Like, apart from the obvious, like, we're all brought here to obviously help get rid of Strahd, but I don't really know what, like, I'm doing here myself. Not too sure what I've been much good for, really. Just,
I mean, we're all here because of the nightmares, right?
well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, we were brought here through those nightmares to help get rid of Strahd. But I'm just starting to feel like I'm kind of just standing in the back following everybody at this point. I mean, there's Bolgi, who's amazing at making sure nobody dies. Erebus and his magic, however powerful that may be, I don't think we've seen even most of that yet. Reaper can pretty much literally decimate enemies whenever she wants to. Especially with Tiago by her side, like, there's no stopping them. And Blanche, who can hit things harder than most of us with her eyes closed. And there's you, the rogue who can pick any lock and steal any jewel, and now you're a badass werewolf. And, like, I'll just take off my hat now, just kind of look at it a bit. This,
I mean, all I've done as a werewolf is nearly die, but sure.
you're still a badass werewolf. So this used to be my previous captain's hat, given to me when I was young, and I can't even live up to his expectations. And it's been played on my mind for a while now how my shipmates died under my command not too long ago, and I'm not sure I was ever really suited to be a captain. I've been kind of trying to fill his shoes the whole time I've been here, and it's... He'll look at his hat for a few more seconds, and he'll throw it over the edge of the cliff.
She's gonna, like, almost throw herself after it. I like that hat.
I've been trying to be someone I'm not. It's time for me to find who I actually am. Around all of you.
Well, you keep me alive a lot. I like that. And I've watched you literally blow the brains out of undead.
Yeah, but I've already been
No.
weakened anyway.
None of us do this alone. Like, even Fuzzball taking down the bride, that was after we helped. Not me, I was shit in that fight, but other people helped, you know? Mainly Kid. I mean, none of us are doing well if you look at us individually.
I'm not saying any of us are or have to do any of this alone. But it's time I stopped trying to be the person I thought I needed to be and actually try and be me.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Do I need to call you by a different name?
My name's still Light.
I've never called you that.
You can call me whatever you like.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm going to change. I just need to stop trying to be someone I'm not.
Okay. For what it's worth, I like who you've been.
Someone has to, right?
Don't stop supporting us though. Like, fighting is one thing, but you back us up in so many other ways. Don't stop.
I won't. I'll still have your back. And
Okay.
kind of turn around and start walking back towards the ladders to go back down.
Well, throwing away the hat has massively disrupted the artwork I was doing for you guys there, so I've got to re-edit that.
I'm sorry.
That's fine. It's a quick edit. It's fine. Anything else anybody wants to do before you head off again?
Did we sort out? I know this is probably like taboo at the moment, but did we sort out like book times?
I think we did.
There's gonna be a fight.
because- No, I think we did because after the
Yeah,
last
we
session
did.
we spoke about it, and my time is right. It's fine.
The confusion
Yeah,
was
it's
one of them
because-
was counting up and one of them was counting down, and
Yeah.
So it seemed like we had different times logged, but we didn't. Like,
Cool.
No,
I'm
it did add up in the end. I've just been counting up. You guys are counting down, and it kind of
Well,
messed everything up.
I started counting up with you now, so I've got myself booked down on 19.
19
Or
is where I'm at as well, and
Cool.
Erebus is no, Light is at 16.
yeah.
So I take it you're probably going to be reading for that hour then.
Yes, I am.
I will
So
not be
that's
reading because I looked at
20.
it all.
All right, so we're
Will-
on 20 now for Erebus.
And I'm just
Will-
relying on Tiago whistling.
Will Light be going all the way downstairs?
Probably until I was just. Are you actually on that floor, Bolgi?
Or Blanche.
Because I'd probably just stop where I see the first person.
Blanche is on the
I don't.
Blanche is on the second floor.
Are you sure about that?
No, first
I'm-
floor.
I'm on the
Blanche
ground
is down
floor.
near me because of where Tiago is.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I'd
I
have
went
probably been
inside
on
for
that
a short
floor as
rest.
well.
Yeah.
So I'd have been on the bottom floor with everyone.
I'd
It
go
looks
down
like
to
the
the
only
ground
person
floor.
on the
Then.
second floor is
So-
Erebus.
Hearing
And Emil.
hearing tiny little footsteps coming down the steps.
I'll
Mhm.
stomp a little bit louder just because.
Yeah,
I'll
bitch.
say, yeah. Could you put any use to this? I'm already using one cloak, and I'll sort of hold out the spider cloak, the cloak of Arachnida.
Yeah.
Because Blanche would rather be Batwoman.
Helps with the blindness.
But it's going to be quite handy for a rogue to be able to stick to walls.
Hmm.
Just
Especially a
as long
one
as the
that
stealth
can.
isn't as bad.
Especially a one that can shoot.
Yeah.
ranged rogue wall walker.
Do I know what this cloak is?
I'm holding it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
well-
you've got it.
I identified it whilst you were there.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this could come in quite handy actually. Thank you, Blanche. You sure
So,
you won't need to swap out or?
To be honest with you, the back cloak's kind of doing what it needs to, and I'll throw the cloak to Light, and it'll completely miss and hit the wall next to him.
Just have like a
It's kind of like it's kind of like Johnny English when he kind of throws his coat and it just goes out the window.
Yeah. Don't worry, Blanche. You almost got him.
Oh.
Thank
He
you
was
very
nowhere
much.
near. What are you talking about? You can see right there. It fell to the floor.
Some of us can.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Make use of it, dude.
Anybody else need to do anything or want to do anything?
Nope.
Dami's going to
Silent.
stay up there a bit and just feel slightly abandoned. And then she'll think about what Emil did.
Okay.
And she'll run and jump off the tower.
Which way?
Okay.
Hopefully the
Oh.
rope is
I'm
still
about
there
to
that
say,
she can catch onto and
Please
slide down.
please don't land on me. Just saying.
How
Do
How long does rope chick last though? Because if
An
we've been
hour.
resting an hour,
It
It lasts
is an
an hour.
hour, so it's gone.
she don't care. She's jumping. She doesn't know that.
Werewolves
do
can
an
run down
acrobatics
walls.
check.
Oh shit! Why am I doing this?
Because you want to die, and I'm underneath
We
you.
just finished a short rest.
Leave his fucking hat alone.
That is 24.
Oh, thank
Okay.
God for that.
I mean, this is a pretty high tower. How tall actually is this thing?
I think you said something along the lines of something between 40 and 50 feet because my rope trip was about 60 feet up, so
Yeah,
that's how
on
we
that
could do it.
on that floor, yeah, it's about 60 odd feet.
She's an idiot.
So no, you jump and kind of do that whole flip in the air, and you actually do a superhero landing as well. Suddenly, Reaper, you just suddenly surprised as comes down. Dami comes down like Iron Man.
And then just goes.
But it would have hurt as well.
I'm
You
just
take,
going to do this to Dami right now. This is Reaper doing this to Dami, rock on, sister.
but she took 4 points of bludgeoning damage hitting the floor.
That's 4 points, come on.
And she'll get up and shake it off and pretend it didn't hurt.
If it
I
was
expect to
anything,
hear-
if you had rolled anything lower than a 20, then it would have been more damage.
Phew.
Anybody else want to take a jump?
I mean, I could jump out of just the front door.
Okay. And then when light kind of comes out, he's kind of a bit surprised to say, "Wait, didn't I leave you on the top?"
I expected you to follow me down the ladders, but
Oh no, you missed a spectacle right there.
I don't need ladders.
Well, how about stairs?
Yeah, I don't need those either.
I think it's established that the people
Where
who
we're going,
like
we
do
don't
rope
need
trick or who
stairs.
have acrobatics don't use stairs. I don't think I've climbed the stairs properly. No, maybe 2, but I've climbed the windmill and most places to get in at this point.
Okay, so
I'll just kind of look around and ask what that soft thudding noise was.
look
It
around.
was me being awesome.
It was.
It
Oh,
was the cloak you threw
Mark.
hitting the floor.
Mark, I've got a new nickname for you. Sockets.
Oh no.
Honestly,
gonna
I just
continue to
Anyway,
whistle.
I prefer just
Continue
eye
to
holes.
whistle.
And I'll head off towards Kid and be like, "Are we going?"
Yes. Sooner we get to the Amber Temple, the better. Let's get going. The weather's picking up a little bit stronger now. Don't
Yes.
fancy freezing to death. So,
Hello, is there
as you
anyone
press
there?
on forward.
Have you
Oh.
all just fucked off without me?
No, Bolton's
Nudge.
here.
You're near. Damn it, I was to say it.
My voice.
Eventually, as you're continuing up the Solanka Pass, eventually you come across this archway that's spanning beyond it a stone bridge, and at each end of the bridge is like it's a 30-foot tall, 30-foot wide stone arch, and on top of it are 2 statues of dragons, just completely covered in frost and snow, just almost like in a guarding position as the wind bites and howls like wolves as it passes through the gorge. But you also notice that one of the stone statues at the far end, the one on the left, is completely crumbled into pieces.
Maybe I should do this first.
Do what first?
Blanche, this way.
And I'm going to go forwards and I'm going to check for traps and make sure the bridge is
Okay.
safe as I kind of go.
Thank you.
I'll follow
Do an
behind.
investigation check.
Investigation is 16.
16. So you're looking
Do these
around and you
statues
just
hold
see
any
that
significance?
probably knowing that this once used to belong to the Silver Horde, the Silver Order, to you, these are probably one of recreation of Argentvost. So as you're looking around, you do see that the stone bridge has low walls and they've kind of crumbled in places, but the bridge appears intact. You can't see any traps though.
I'm going to keep going carefully forwards and watching every step and making sure I don't trigger anything and that it's solid enough to walk on.
I will
Okay.
follow up behind and, as a reaction, prepare a spell just in case I need to use it if it kind of a trap goes off.
Okay. So crumbling little bits of where the holes are and you just walk around them. The bridge seems very intact.
I'm going to help Blanche over with Tiago because of the ricketiness of it. I'm going to stick close by to make sure no mishaps happen.
Okay.
Thank you.
But
Is anybody
the
going to
bridge
look inside
holds
those
up.
holes?
What
Your
holes,
holes
Blanche?
or
That looks like 2 rooms either side. Yeah,
How do you know?
because there's holes in
if
the
you
walls.
it,
Shut up. Shut up.
basically the diagram of what's on top is over to the right. On here it does have like a different picture, but I've changed the history of this place, that's all.
I can hear the echoes. That's what all it was.
No, that was me whistling. Sorry.
Ah,
I don't know why I've got the song from Robin Hood in my head.
I'm gonna
everyone at work
as I
was
go
whistling that
to.
day as well.
Sorry, Bolgy, what was that?
I was just saying I'm gonna quack as I go through to test the echo theory.
Okay.
They do echo. It's been proven.
Well, there you go.
I'd like to point out that down below that river is about 500 feet.
Ah,
Why are you
I just jumped
telling
off a
us
tower. I
that?
don't give a shit.
No, but why are you telling us that? What the fuck's waiting for us at the other end of that bridge?
I know, this is why I'm going slowly and I'm checking for traps all the way across.
Please,
Can
What
I
time
use
is
please
it?
my
don't do a keyless.
No, can I use my effective sight, please, to see in front of us?
We are gods.
Okay, yeah.
Also-
So you can do a perception check with advantage, I think.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yes. I got a 19 on that. Hold on, let me check my stat. Perception. In perception or investigation, did you say?
Perception.
21.
21. So you are looking around, making sure that nothing is going to come attack you or anything, even looking behind you. Nothing seems to be approaching you or waiting for you.
What's
Looks
the
very
lighting
clear.
situation like?
For you, absolute darkness. For the rest of them, for the rest of you, it's very cloudy. The wind is picking up and causing the snow just to sort of cause that bitter feel against your skin, except for Reaper, who is now scaled up.
Would you say the lighting?
Oh, and fire people as well.
Would you say the lighting was dim since we are in a mountain pass?
Yeah.
Cool. Just
And you know what's
just.
even funnier? My favourite terrain is also mountain.
Pretty good then.
I'm a dwarf. We were born for
But
mountains.
eventually, you do cross the bridge undisturbed.
That was really anticlimactic. I really thought like the dragons were going to kill us or the bridge was going to fall. I feel like that was a waste of my skills.
Well,
I would say caution
it didn't
is
cost you
better
anything.
at this point.
Exactly. You never know. So, eventually, you trek down away from Solanka Pass, further into the mountains. An hour passes, 2 hours, and then eventually, you begin to see a site embedded into the mountain. I don't need Solanka Pass stuff anymore. So the road fades away under the covering of snow. It takes you far enough to see that a facade of some kind of temple carved into the sheer mountainside ahead. The front of the structure is 50 feet high and has 6 alcoves containing 20-foot statues. Each statue is carved from a single block of amber and depicts a faceless, hooded figure, its hands pressed together in a gesture of prayer. And between the two innermost statues is a 20-foot tall archway. And from what you can see inside, there's some kind of a staircase leading down. So this is what's in front of you.
I really hate religious stuff.
Anybody else feel like they're about to be swallowed whole by a mountain?
By the look of it, there could be some loot in there.
The diamond in the rock.
That
Send
is
me
a
in.
good point, and she'll start moving forwards again.
I'll stay close. Like,
Yeah, I'll follow.
but
Motivation has been
be
found.
sure to say, still check for traps and be careful.
If you guys want to do perception checks for me,
Why am I not surprised?
Disadvantage?
Oh, why is it always the same
Um,
roll?
Is it a noisy one or
I'd
is
say
it a dice one?
I'd say for you, Blanche, it would be an automatic fail because this one's a site-based one.
22.
11.
22.
19.
Okay. Light as this spectacle in front of you. But by the way, these squares are 10 foot. You kind of see leaning up against the entrance of the Amber Temple. There appears to be a body just sort of sat up against the entrance.
There's a body over there. I'm gonna go check it out, but just
Has
keep
it got
an eye
pockets?
out.
Well, let's
I'm gonna go check
all
it
good.
out.
I'm gonna raise my crossbow
I'll
and just
stick
get
with
it
you.
ready.
Yeah, just
Okay.
keep an eye out around.
Yes, let's try and move fairly close together.
My
Uh,
dynamic lighting, by the way, guys, is right down to 0 because Matt's evil. So
Right.
if I'm tagging along with Tiago,
Where-
if you could move
where
me
is the
along
body?
as well, please, Layla.
I can't
Hold
actually
up.
move you, so.
I'm just going to see if I can
Thank you.
up it a little bit for you just to make it a bit more easy.
I think it's a bit more to the right.
mean,
like,
I think what I
Yeah,
think,
it's
I think
more
what
to
I'll
the
do,
right.
I think what I'll do
Matt,
is
can
I'll
you give
spread the
me,
wings and.
movement
You
of,
should. Yeah, you should be able to control Blanche now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've just done it now.
So here
Thank you.
is where the entrance is.
And the body's at the entrance, yeah.
Yeah, it's sort of leaning up against the doorway.
Okay.
So when you get there, sitting up against the wall, it is a dead body covered in tattered robes. You can tell its mummified features, that it's been here for a great number of years and it's just been preserved by the cold climate of the mountain. A close inspection reveals that the corpse was likely a young man when he was alive. In one hand he clutches an iron hammer and in another a dulled iron chisel. And up against the wall you see carved into it pretty much over and over again in different languages: common, elvish, dwarvish, orc, sylvan, even abyssal and celestial, draconic. the same thing repeated over and over again. You might actually have to click on the picture itself to get what's written.
If you
It's
seek,
just lagging at the minute.
So if you seek honor or power, turn back, for these walls hold nothing but doom. In many vessels below, the darkness shelters a timeless evil. The danger is an infection of malevolent divinity. Our arrogance and folly forged this place into our prison. Leave now before our damnation becomes yours. If that's not a welcoming invitation, I don't know what is.
That sounds
Does
wicked.
the body look like it has anything else that I could maybe take?
Do an investigation check.
can I investigate one of these statues?
Yeah. You can either do a history or a religion check.
Okay. Ooh.
It's just a 10. It's not great.
It looks like all that this corpse has on it is the hammer, the chisel, and the clothes on its back.
22.
22. So you kind of look at these things, not having much knowledge about Barovia as a whole, but you kind of gathered bits and pieces of it, and the fact that they are made of amber really thinks to you. You think to yourself, this is definitely where I need to be right now. This is the place.
Well, nothing here. Let's go inside.
The door's closed, right?
No,
Or is it
no,
just
it's
stairs?
just
There-
it's
there is no
completely
door.
open, and you. Oh, let's bring Victor along as well.
I will
Oh.
check for traps.
I will help. I was just about to say the same thing.
Doing yeah.
wanna
So
make-
investigation check.
Do you want to make your own roll or roll?
Roll with
advantage?
advantage.
Maybe look for some wires or something, and I'll give you guidance.
I'll also give bless.
you.
Right.
Okay,
Jeez.
hold on.
Fucking
We're
hell!
properly having a
Hold
look
up.
here.
Fucking hell!
Let me turn on a light for
What
just
do I get to
investigation.
add? Hang on, because I'm all over the place now. I'm investigating, right?
There's
Yeah.
a 1d4 with the guidance.
And a 1d4 with the bless.
21 in total.
Oh Christ! So as you're
That was a
treading
bad
down
roll.
these stairs, now these stairs on the map, it doesn't really look like a lot, but I'm changing it that you are descending about 200 feet underground, and as it's just getting
Right.
darker and darker, you're not seeing any wires or anything or like foot panels that would cause a trap. But what you're becoming more fixated on is the carvings that depict the monastery on the walls, almost like it's telling a story. It kind of shows humanoid figures trapping evil-looking entities in large blocks of stone. As the hallway progresses, the details of care and the carvings just begin to degrade, as if maybe now they're being rushed. And you also see that the humanoid figures begin to look like evil entities that they've captured, and they begin to attack and kill one another. By the time you get to the end of the hallway, the one final carving, hastily scrawled, it shows one living human figure surrounded by evil faces, all bearing down upon it. In one hand, the figure holds a hammer, and the other one a chisel.
Can Tiago fit through here?
Tiago be able to fit.
Thank you.
I'm gonna take out my lantern. Demi, do you want to light this for me? I think it's gonna get a bit dark in here.
She literally just snaps and it's done.
Nice.
Think this is our friend upstairs. Looks like they came down here and tried to trap something and then became something and then he escaped.
Or he was the final architect of the building.
Yeah, with the evil things watching him. And then he ran out and wrote a message about danger. I'm getting that it was a bad thing.
Is this where we need to be, Erebus?
Yes.
Then we keep going.
What do you need from here? I know the sword, but what do you need from here?
And what does he
Erebus.
gain?
Well, firstly, we need to get to the Amber Temple so we can get that sword to destroy Strahd.
That's not the question that was asked, Erebus.
Well, that's my goal. To destroy
No,
Strahd.
it's not. There's something else here. You've been pushing for this long before Blanche lost their eyesight.
Well, I can't tell you anything else that I just wish to destroy Strahd.
Can I roll an insight?
Can I was going to
Yeah.
say,
Yeah,
Insight.
please?
Yeah.
No,
People can
not
insight
enough
that.
for you.
Well, that's the I want to believe him, but would like to believe him.
10 points.
17.
16.
How much, sorry, Reaper?
17.
He's definitely being truthful when he says that he wants to destroy Strahd. But you also get the feeling there might be more hidden behind it than you think.
Would I know that with a 16 too?
Yeah.
Erebus, I'm just going to say this. If you do anything funny, I'm going to be watching you.
You watch me all you want. You're watching me now.
I rolled a 10, so I'm going to lose interest and wander off looking for doors.
Okay,
Hey.
so as you step out into this overlook of a 20-foot wide balcony with black marble and shattered railings overlook this vast temple in front of you. Black marble staircases descend on either side of the balcony, descending to a 30-foot temple floor. A vaulted ceiling 30 feet above you of the balcony, and the walls and ceilings are covered in an amber glaze, lending a gloom of golden sheen. And there's a set of amber doors standing closed on the west end of the wall, and on the east end of the wall there's another set of amber doors, but they're slightly ajar. And overlooking the balcony in front of you, you see 4 black marble supports running up to the ceiling, and in the middle, towards the end of this hallway, there's a 40-foot tall statue of a cowled figure in flowing robes, and the statue's stony hands are outstretched as if in the midst of casting a spell. But when you look at the face, it's just utter blackness. Actually,
Is
I've
there
got
anything to examine within that thing? Is there anything that could be found in it?
Okay.
In what part? The statue?
The face, anything? You say it's black, but is that because of distance or because it actually has been carved out?
Hard to say at this distance.
I'm going to pull a face at that and go to... Is this a little door down here that I'm kind of outside?
That.
Oh, okay. I've got so many screens up. No. That one is kind of just a normal wooden door from what you can see, and it's definitely decayed with age.
Is it decayed to the point where I could see through it?
Not as such, no.
Then I'm going to check it for traps and see if it's locked.
Okay. Do an investigation check.
Uh, 20.
Okay. Doesn't appear to be trapped from what you can see, and the door is open.
Cool. I'm
Oh,
going to
no.
push or pull it and
Okay, it's
see
pushed
what's up.
So inside is what kind of looked like some kind of a barracks of some kind, just shattered bits of wood all over the floor in this very small room, but it's just a lot of debris all over the place.
Mm,
I'll go to the other door, the double doors.
Right in front of us.
I'll also say before moving over, we're fine to check doors, but try not to go through unless we're all there.
Yes.
sorry. And I'll come
No.
back out.
I didn't notice you went through, to be fair. Oh, a camera has messed up. Who's... Oh, has
Yeah,
that's
Reaper
Reaper.
disappeared?
Her internet died.
Not a problem. I should have a scene for this. Yes! Prepared. So, yeah, I'll check these double doors for traps and see if it's locked.
Yeah. Investigation check.
And I'll kind of
Ah.
just stand back behind and just keep an eye.
Natural
Welcome
roll
back.
Sorry
20.
about that. What have I missed? Sorry, because
We
Nothing.
just opened up a door with just debris inside. It's all
Yeah.
crap. But they're just going to try and open the double doors, but just checking for traps. So it's not trapped, but it's not quite locked. But when you go to try the door, there's clearly something behind it stopping you from opening it.
Someone want to give me a hand pushing this open? It seems it's barred on the other side.
Right. I can certainly try.
Blanche, do you want to come help push a door? Pretty sure you're
You
probably
have
going
to
to be the
just
best
lean as
probably
hard
going to
as
be
you
the best
can.
suited.
Leave me in.
And
Yeah, we help
We-
Blanche over
yeah.
to the door.
well, that
Right,
was
so-
a given. We'll help. We'll help
Just say
Blanche
that way
push
and
the
point.
door. So
Okay, so Blanche, you can either roll twice
behind-
and take the highest,
Ended.
or everyone who's pushing roll it once.
What's everyone else's strength? Are you all strong?
I would say
No.
you're probably the strongest. I mean, I'm not bad, but I'm not what you should be at least.
I'm just keeping my crossbow trained so that if
On
anything
a
does
scale of
pop out,
1
I
to
can-
20, I would rank myself as good.
I'd rank myself at better. Do you all want to have a shot?
We should just let you roll with advantage, mate.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Rightio.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you guidance on it.
What
So
does
you
that
can
do?
add. So you get to roll a d4 as well, and add that to whatever you roll, plus your modifiers, which I believe is a +5 on strength.
Certainly is. So that's
While he's-
19 plus 4, 23.
Wow. Okay. What was that, Dami?
I was just going to say, while Blanche, will be a she, is trying to push the door with the others helping, I'm just going to nod at the open door to Reaper, and I'm going to say, "Guess that's why Rictavio went that way."
Yeah.
Right. With a 23, you watch as the blind dwarf just pushes and pushes, and you can hear this scraping behind it. Clearly, something trying to blockade you guys out. And it opens up.
Oh.
Oh my god, guys, we just
Oh.
circumvented the entire dungeon.
I shouldn't have seen that.
So, this one does have torches inside in this room, and there's several bedrolls being made out of stitched animal furs covering the floor. Inside, you do see 3 sort of very rough-looking teenagers, if anything, aging about 14 to 16 years old.
Are they surprised by an eyeless dwarf wandering in?
Pushing it over.
Well, hard for you to say. The male.
They didn't say anything then.
The male appears to be. You notice. Let me just pull him up.
Why is this really, really like Castlevania Symphony of the Night in the reverse castle with the Belmont Witch and Richter Belmont and somebody else?
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Oh, I bet you do.
I was watching a fair bit of Castlevania while coming up with ideas for this. So,
Not that I
so
was
he
recently
appears to
playing
be
it.
in a very. He does appear to be in a very defensive mood, holding his sword, but he is shaking. And you do see two females behind him. One of them seems to be acting like a support, not just sort of hand on the hilt of her sword. And she's blonde,
Oh.
furs, covered in like facial tattoos. And the third girl is just cowered up at the very back of the room, just sat down, arms wrapped round her legs, almost sobbing to a point of hysterical.
I'll hold my hand up and just straight away say, "It's all right. If you mean no harm to us, we mean no harm to you."
Are you part of the temple? Are you the madness of the monsters that come with here?
Put that down before you hurt yourself.
We've just gotten here. There's something we need to help stop all this madness and monsters that you're talking about.
Harold. This is the blonde girl behind him. It just kind of comes up and just puts her hand on his shoulder. I don't think they are the magic of this temple.
What is
I mean,
this
Frida
magic?
is not acting like her normal self, of course, but I think they might be real. Have we got any? I mean, it always preys on our nightmares, but I don't recall ever coming across a rather unusual-looking bunch of people. No, you're right. Frida, have you been dreaming of anything like this? And she's kind of like, I can't get the voices out of my head. It's going in there.
Oh, we have something for this. Fuzzball, Fuzzball.
Hmm.
That thing you did to Reaper.
Why am I the advocate for this fucking spell?
The calm person spell. Do you have it?
I believe that was
That was not
me.
me.
That was Victor.
Victor.
Sorry, kid. It was 50 years ago.
Oh, wow. Just wow. I've done it to you quite recently as well. There's a bit of feedback coming from someone's mic. Someone's turned on a washing machine.
It's a fan.
Oh, it's a fan. Never mind.
Washing machine, my ass.
Oh no.
Washing machines are a hell of a lot louder.
Victor goes forward, and the boy known as Harold, he kind of puts his sword out.
I produce
I
flame.
mean no harm, dear boy. Look, there's no need for violence here. I'm here to help the young lady snap out of this madness if I can.
I point the cross, the crucible at Harold as if to say, if you don't drop it, I'll make you drop it.
Like I said.
It's alright. It's alright. I rolled a persuasion check, and Victor did pretty well, actually.
Good.
Harold drops the sword. He goes, "Go ahead." Victor goes up to the girl, puts hand on the shoulder, and casts Cure Wounds. Not Cure Wounds, Calm Emotions. But you notice that for some reason Frida is not calming down.
I'm gonna walk up to her.
What's going on?
Slowly. And I'm gonna try Lesser Restoration.
Okay. You put your hand on her. Doesn't seem to work.
I'm gonna speak to Harold. How long have you been here?
You want to speak to Astrid about this? She's the chief's daughter.
What, you can't answer a simple question like how long you've been here?
I'm here for the muscle.
Who's the chief?
And Astrid steps forward. We are of the Kavani tribe, group of barbarians who live here in the mountains, and as a rite of passage of coming into adulthood, of accepting responsibilities and everything, we're put through a trial of spending a week here in the Amber Temple to overcome whatever it is, to know that we can physically and mentally prepare ourselves into adult life. I think we've been here for about 3 days now. Time almost seems quite irrelevant sometimes. And in our time, we have heard things and seen things. Madness just kind of takes you over. There was a fourth one of us earlier, but he fell into a trap, and sadly lost his life to it.
With my keen senses, can I sense or smell if they're actually real?
I got a ball bearing that does the same
Hmm.
thing.
That's
Yeah,
the
it might
point.
not be the
They
same.
asked if we were real. We were just like, yeah, fuck it, these guys are
Exactly.
real.
I want to check if they're real. So can I, test that theory?
Do a perception check.
23. That was a crit.
They definitely have the smell of teenage body odor. And if this is an illusion, it's a very gifted one. You can even see, even in a cold atmosphere like this, the sweat of fear across their foreheads. Especially poor Frida, who's just trembling so bad, her breath is just visible in the cold air.
Right.
Uh,
So seeing as you
perhaps,
go ahead.
perhaps I could see what's going on in her mind. And I'll kind of walk over and I'll cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay. You kind of kneel down in front of her and try and pry her hands away from her head. She reluctantly moves and looks at you, and you don't even need an insight check to see in those eyes of hers are just filled with absolute madness and fear. And you put your hands up against her head and rummage in her head. And you see kind of like her childhood walking around. But then you begin to see other things that clearly should not be there. Strands of webs. And at first you think is it the neurological pattern that goes on in her head? But these are actual silk threads entangling her memories one way or another. And then I've just got to find the right thing that you see. Where is it? And then you see a figure. And at first you think, oh, there's some kind of a spider. But then you see a human torso in front of it, wearing very noble gowns, even a ruff,
Really?
and then a very, very evil looking face across it.
Oh, fuck off.
Mhm.
Would I know anything about Lov
Such a small image.
and Driders?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get it bigger.
Sorry, I've
sadly.
just zoomed this in and it looks like fucking the remake of It superimposed onto a spider.
A little bit, yeah. Now that I've done it. Sorry, Erebus, what was that?
So would I know firstly what a Drider is, and secondly, would I know of anything relating to Lov?
Do a religion check.
Driders are fucking horrible.
Oh, that's a good one. So that's a 19.
19. So yes, you would have recollection of like the dark elves and the spider queen and everything.
And does this
And
does this look like it matches up?
bits. It's not one that the name of Drizlash isn't one that you would recognize in their folklore, even though it does look very similar to it. And there's a moment where you see this thing kind of crawling around, and it kind of does this thing where it sort of looks in your sort of direction, turns away, and then snaps back, and its eyes connect with you. And the eyes itself are kind of like two in one hole of the eyes, and opens up its mouth, and these dripping fangs appear. Get out! I need you to just do a wisdom saving throw for me.
Certainly. Is this a spell attack?
It's not a spell attack. No.
Okay, so my magic resistance wouldn't have any effect on this. So, what was that? A wisdom save?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. it's 23.
Okay. So suddenly you feel your head just boom, snap back to reality. It would have been 8, but reduced to 4 psychic damage.
Okay. I'll kind of...
And you do feel a little bit shaken up after seeing this thing in her head.
I'll kind of like... Oh.
And in your head, you just hear this repeating voice just going, "She's mine."
What's up, Magic Man?
I fear that something is twisting her memories. A almost Drider-like creature in her mind, literally cobwebbing her thoughts.
Would I have any knowledge of that because I'm an elf anyway?
I was going to say, what do I know about driders?
Anyone who wants to do a history or religion check?
I'll do that because 1, I'm an elf, and 2, I'm also a ranger, so hunting you bastards would be a thing.
What was it? Religion or
History or religion? Yeah.
19.
Also a
21.
21. Again, nothing. If it's something that the Drow do worship, it's something very dark and secret.
It's
like you do know that they do worship spiders and spider queens, but this one is not quite. This is something different.
Yeah. I'll repeat that as well. It's like it's not. It's nothing like that. But it's possessing her mind. It kicks me out.
You out.
Did you say it is possessing her mind?
Either it's influencing her mind, or with its own words, get out. Almost like it feels its possession.
Could it be affecting both of them? They've been saying they've had nightmares and that they feel real.
Well, I presume the nightmares are just not just this, but many things affecting them.
I may be able to help.
Probably. I mean, to be fair, Frida did inspect an area of the temple on her own. We suddenly felt a bit of a shudder in one part of the temple. When we came there, she had escaped from the rubble unconscious. When we took her back, this is when the madness started kicking in.
Did the rubble look like a casket of sorts?
I don't know what was behind it. Anytime that Frida tries to describe what's happened, she does mention something about amber sarcophagi.
Good, more dead things.
Worse. Alive things.
I may be able to help her.
Okay.
I'm going to cast protection from evil and good.
Okay.
On her. So until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and the undead. They have disadvantage on attack rolls against her. She also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If she already is charmed, frightened, or possessed, then she has advantage on any new saving throw against the effect.
Okay, good to know. So as you put this spell on her, her breathing kind of relaxes a little, but it's still very heavy.
Baldy.
In fact, let me just check something. She has advantage on this.
Yeah, I was about to, Bulgy, what did you just cast?
Protection from evil and good.
Whilst that can help, if they are still possessed, they will still need to fight it. I kind of turn towards the two other kind of kids, and I'll go, if you've got anything to say to this girl to encourage her to fight what's taking her mind, I suggest you try and convince her now.
Yeah. Watches Astrid goes forward to her and gets on her knees and just clasps her hands, going, I don't know what it is that's in your mind, trying to take you away from us. And of course, you've not quite been the same since Bjorn was struck by fire and cremated right in front of us. But we need to get through this.
Try and think of past memories you've had with her.
At that point, Harold goes forward and goes, Frida, do you remember the first time we kissed together? It was under that tree. It was the Fords.
I thought you were just the muscle.
I was gonna say, I'm gonna avoid this and I'm gonna want to investigate the rubble.
Yeah, I was waiting for all this to stop before I asked what's down
I'm
here.
not watching that moody shit. I want to investigate the rubble.
Okay,
I'm all meant the RP in general, but
so
okay.
avoiding 4 more teenage soppy romances are kicking through.
I mean, this is
You
what
do see
Erebus
this-
lives for.
This fissure is very narrow, opened up inside the mountainside of the temple's facade, creating a very, very narrow gap. It's about 2 feet wide. And you can just sort of see through, and you can hear the blizzard of the storm outside, which has now gotten a lot worse.
So it just leads back outside then.
Yeah.
So if we're avoiding the soppy romance bit, I'm gonna call Astrid over. Except obviously I won't call her Astrid.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, wild thing, come here.
The name's Astrid.
It's not gonna fly with me. How far did you explore?
She went downstairs, and then she went towards the east part of the downstairs. You'll see the crumble of the rocks. We've not dared to touch anything since then. But when we did, that's when we started getting a little bit more visions. Family members
Yeah.
past.
I've moved outside
died.
to the top of the stairs just to look around.
Yeah, you mentioned this, checking if we were a real thing before. Is it just her dreams that are coming true, or you asked her if she'd seen us before?
It's just in case, because we've been seeing parts of our memories that have just been a little bit disturbing. See, the Kavani tribe, I don't know if you've ever seen any, but there's been a bit of a divide between the clans. One clan decided to move to the mountains and live quite harmoniously where we're from. Others have almost started a war against the people. They seem jealous that they can't wild shape anymore, so they've been trying to take this power away from were-ravens and stuff. And we've
Yeah,
been
we
seeing
killed
a
them.
few of. Oh, well, I suppose that's good. Means if we do see any of those other half of the Kavani tribe, we'll know it's not real. But it's just driving us mad.
So it's everybody's memories, it's not just hers.
Yeah. That means if you're here long enough, you might see things of your past come to
Fucking
life.
wonderful, I've not had enough of that this time round.
Oh,
And I'll
shit.
spin round and knock on those doors and see if there's anything going on back there.
Oh, just to warn you, this is where Bjorn was killed.
Do I look like I'm scared of fire?
Granted, You do see as well that this also has like a blockade built around it as well, so you can move that around before you go to
And
open
check
the
for
door.
traps.
And check for traps. Investigation. As you're in the Great Hall, Reaper, you're looking around, and the more you're looking at that statue, a bad feeling is just it's just making the hairs on the back of your neck prickle. What was the investigation?
20.
20. Apart from the blockade, it doesn't seem to be trapped, but you do get to open the door.
Because I'm getting that horrible feeling, I'm going to feel compelled just to take a couple of steps down the staircase, just to.
Yeah. Okay. Towards it.
Obviously, hearing her take those steps away, I will say we're not meant to be splitting up.
Two
And
of us
then I'll-
immediately split off.
I was going to say, fear
Tiago.
not, Blanche. I'm not going any further.
I'll just
there's
ask
just
Tiago
something there.
to just stay with her, obviously, and me.
Okay.
Hey guys, more doors. And a body, I guess. Sorry, that's probably your friend. He's dead.
Yeah. Oh, we know.
Cool.
Do
So
a
what's going on with
perception
this
check for
teen
me.
romance?
Yeah, it's what me and Bolt
Wanna-
were.
So you
Wanna
just
hear
kind
all
of
the dirty
hearing.
details.
Come on.
No, it's just more telling of memories of when they were children and they used to play and used to go swimming.
And kiss under the tree.
Kiss under the tree. He was a gentleman. He
Did they
didn't try and
carve their
cop a feel.
initials in it?
I mean, I
No.
already saw that memory, so we can skip that one.
Erebus is writing fan fiction while this happens.
Oh yeah,
Oh my days.
like you think he's reading, but he's actually scribbling.
I think you said roll a perception check, Matt. So I did, and if that's what you said, I rolled 14.
Okay.
But also, did you roll to see if Farida saved? You were checking something. Remember, we all distracted you.
So a load of stuff going on at the same time. So with that perception check, you're sort of looking around and you do see that charred body on the floor. Clearly it's long since gone out, that fire, but it's a very disturbing sight to see this teenage boy like a flamed corpse. And you're just sort of looking around to see where did it come from. You can't figure it out.
So I will like to investigate and see if I can find the trigger for this trap. I would also like to loot the body as I go, but I'm happy to wait on that if you want to go back to the Frida.
Okay. So you were just wanting to take a few steps down that staircase towards
Checking.
the statue.
For trap triggers.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry,
Okay.
you're talking to Reaper.
I'll-
Yeah, Reaper.
Oh.
Sorry.
She's not checking.
No, I'm not checking anything, but I want to summon a beast, summon a falcon to fly towards the statue to get a look for me.
Okay. What am I?
You know somebody that can turn into a bat.
It's a bestial spirit, small beast, with 25 HP.
Great thing with the bestial spirit, Mike, is a player doesn't die if something goes wrong.
Exactly.
another
So,
dwarf.
And I
innit?
can still check what's going on.
so is this just like an eagle that you're summoning?
Pretty much. I'm
Okay.
summoning that just to. Yeah. Dark vision
So-
up to 60 feet. So.
Yeah. So as you summon this spiritual animal to come out, it flies around the amber hallway into the great hall, and as it gets nearer to the statue, the black hole that's in the hood, suddenly this beam of light just shoots it out of the air, and you watch as the eagle just scatters into sparks.
Oh shit.
What?
We can't go down these steps.
So
There are any
close.
steps?
Really don't want to go down these steps, and I'm gonna go back to the room, and I'm going to grab everyone's attention. Side note, just thought I would check. That entire area downstairs is booby-trapped by that statue. I summoned a beast, literally blew it to smithereens. We go down there without trying to get rid of that thing, but we're not coming out of this alive.
Well, then we don't go down there then.
We have to do because of your little quest.
Well, there's probably other ways to get down there.
Doors down here. But wait, please. Fire is
Oh,
only good for me.
Don't worry, after seeing what I just saw, I'm definitely for the whole... We're going to have to use a lot of extra bodies that aren't our own.
I'm gonna help check for traps, by the way.
Yep. So investigation check for me.
With
Am I rolling
advantage.
separately investigation and looting investigation? Or just want one roll for both?
They would be two separate checks.
Cool. Do I get a light? Are you giving me advantage or are you making your own roll?
Advantage for the traps.
Okay, so traps first. Oh. That'll do nicely. Traps. Investigation, Matt, is 22.
Okay.
And looting is 19.
Okay. So while looting the body, whatever useful items they've either been taken away or they're just completely charred up. While inspecting the hallway for traps, can't really see any sort of thing that would have triggered it. But then your attention comes up closer to where the doors are at the very far end, and you do see two skull heads just laying on the floor.
Oh, I know what these are, but I don't think she would. Can I make an intelligence check to see if she'd know what these are?
Do an Arcana check.
Thank you. I'm not going to know what these are. Arcana. 13.
13. Just skull heads.
I'm going to kind of frown at them and in true Dami fashion, and whip her.
Ball bearing?
Oh my god, what are they called? Thank you. Ball bearing at them.
Okay. Make a ranged attack.
Okay.
Are you about to get us into a fight while I'm right at the back again?
Yep, sorry. Attack.
It's a safe move,
Okay.
you being at the back. Just
18.
Yeah.
18. So as you ping that ball bearing right across the hallway, you definitely hit one of the heads. Which head were you hitting?
I'll aim for whichever one's on the left.
On the left. As that happens, suddenly you hear this sort of, and then this eminence of green flame begins to erupt in front of it, and the two heads kind of like spin up and look at you and rise on the floor.
Heads up, I did a
from the floor.
thing!
Shield of Faith on dummy.
Thank you.
And suddenly they kind of go whomp, and just start speeding towards you.
Hang on.
Classic screaming skulls.
Just putting Shield of Faith on.
So this will be a roll initiative moment.
Okay.
Oh, I've
Crap,
still got
damn
the.
it.
Damn it! I've still got the old.
Ooh! I think this Call of Cthulhu game has like just changed my rolls. I've got a non-natural 20 for initiative. Like,
What the deuce?
Yeah, so I will have alerted everybody to the fact that I messed up. Again.
I wouldn't say it messed up, to be fair. It's better than you're walking up there and just like...
Did she just get us into another fight?
Yes,
Yeah.
she did.
It's all right.
You're welcome, sockets.
You're too far back. You won't hear it. It's fine.
No, but me and Tiago would have said something.
I think these are 10-foot squares anyway, aren't they? So you could
They
like,
are 10 foot.
jump onto
Yeah.
Tiago and like just run up here.
Oh, great.
I'm assuming Frida didn't suddenly
yeah.
shake off her state.
No, she's. In fact, when you look at her, you see kind of like in her eyes that the pupils have kind of split into two. Right.
That's not nice,
Rolling.
Matt. That's not nice.
That's wicked.
Hey, I said I was looking forward to this temple so much. Right, so, Dami, what'd you get?
23.
Oh,
Nice.
It's like the best I've ever rolled for
Ooh.
initiative.
Reaper,
13.
Tiago,
Oh no, I lied. It's not 13. It's 16. Sorry,
16. Okay.
I forgot to add my actual initiative. And then
What you
Tiago's. I know it's ridiculous. And Tiago is a 12.
A 12.
For fuck's sake.
Blanche.
Sorry.
21.
Fucking hell.
We sat there like that with my hammer going, move your fucking cat.
The cat will just throw you off if you carry on.
Erebus.
I'm next to the woman.
Hey, you can still act on initiative
Oh, okay.
if you want to.
You don't have to come and join us.
No, you don't have to.
we'll have all the fun.
That's a 9.
9. Okay. And Bolgi, was it a 16 I saw?
16, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not missing anyone else, am I? I don't think so.
I'm not on there.
Oh, Light.
I got
Light.
20.
And 20. Okay. So, top of the round. It's Dami with Blanche on deck.
These are 10-foot squares, aren't they?
They are.
Okay. Can I, if I move... Sorry, roll 20's being slow. These little pointy in bits on the side, can I hide behind one of those?
They kind of act more like arrow slits looking into the great hall. So they're not really alcoves. They're just more
Okay.
for peeking
So not
out.
even the jutty out bits that are in the corridor.
Exactly.
Damn it. Okay, so I won't bonus action hide then. I will 10, 20, 30, I guess. I can't make it move, Matt, but I'm going to move 30 feet forward. There, I jumped. And I'm going to whip a dart at each of them.
Okay. Roll for an attack.
Where are my darts? That's 18 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
But I don't get sneak attack. Oh, and I rolled terribly, so that does 5 points of damage.
5.
So that's
okay.
the first hit. And then my second hit, or second attack,
Did you say piercing damage?
is cocked. I don't know.
Darts,
I
I'd
would
imagine, would be piercing.
assume so, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, my next attack is 17 plus, so like
Yeah.
24.
Yeah. Are you hitting the same one, or is it like one
No,
each?
the first one was the one on the left, and the next one's going to be at the one on the right.
Okay.
And that is 7 points of damage.
Okay. You notice when you throw these darts at them, they don't seem to be doing that much damage. Like pointing a dart on bone is not quite as effective as what you were hoping. Anything else?
No, that's action and bonus action. So that's all I got.
Okay. Next up, Blanche with Light on deck.
Hold action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll hold my action, and I will say to Tiago, whenever you're ready, mate, I'm up for a fight if
Okay.
you are.
Okay. Speaks in Dwarfish. I've got your back, buddy. Okay, so next up is Light with Bolgy on deck.
So 25 foot, I think I can get just here. And I will shoot this one at the top right with my pistol.
Okay. Okay.
That'll be a non-natural 20.
Yeah, that will hit.
For 9 damage.
9, okay.
And then I'm just going to unsheath my wind saber and slash it in its direction. For...
Okay.
Oh, son of a bitch. 26 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
One more and it would have been a natural 20, but you know. So it's D8s. Where's my 8s over here? So that'll be 4 regular damage. Sorry, 8 regular damage.
8.
Yeah, and then what's that? 2. So that'll be 9 force damage.
Is this on both of them? Because doesn't it spread out? I can't remember what I put for this thing.
I
Or
don't
is it
think
just
it does
unaimed on
spread
one?
out. No, it's once it hits something, then it stops.
Yeah, that's
Up
right.
to 100 feet.
Okay, so it was 8 normal damage.
8 normal, 9. Was it 9? I can't remember now. I think it was.
Sounds like
9 force damage.
Okay.
So that's 13. I've got one more to roll. That's a 4. So 17 slashing damage.
Okay.
And so that is
Math.
all I can do.
That's
Actually,
all I can do.
With that, putting this blade into action, pull your trigger, send that blade
Oh,
down, and you just completely obliterate it into
Dammy's
bone dust.
Dammy's gonna glance at him and go, "Oh yeah, fucking useless, fucking useless you are." Considering she like scratched it.
It's the first proper chance I've had to use it.
Ending your go. Next up will be Bolgy with Reaper on deck.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on in that other room. So at the moment, I think I'm more
Interested in the
looking
girl.
towards Frida.
Okay.
So far, it doesn't look as though anything has helped. Would I think that maybe, I don't know, maybe, I don't want to say it, knocking her out would help in some way?
You can certainly try.
I mean,
Are
it's me.
we about to witness Bulky punch a child?
I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to Harold and say,
Okay.
Oh, God.
I swear I'm trying to help. And then I'll non-lethal whack her with my quarterstaff.
Roll for the attack. Technically prone, so you get advantage.
Whoa.
I told you we were a party full of dickheads.
It's for the greater good.
It's not
You know
took me
what? The
22
Amber
games to
Temple,
figure it out.
right? The Amber Temple was meant to be Hell's Gate. We finally have arrived at Hell.
I mean, I don't see that as any different from any of our normal battles, but
Yeah. So
yeah,
roll
that's
for
a
an attack.
27 to hit.
Oh my
He's
fucking
gonna
god!
fucking
Yeah.
kill her. He's gonna kill her.
well, it's a
Not
non.
Was it a
lethal.
crit?
I said it
Was
was
it a crit?
non-lethal.
Oh,
It was not a crit, no. It was 19. So it would have been a crit if I was Blanche.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. Damage.
Yeah, it is on its way. Okay, that is 8 damage.
That would be enough actually to knock her out cold.
You're
Sweet.
terrible people.
So suddenly you just watch as now Bolgi just gets up and just Gandalf's this poor girl.
Yes.
But you notice that while she's
Hopefully
laying
this will
unconscious, her
help.
breathing is very heavy breathing. If I'm in like Ghostbusters, when
Sigourney Weaver.
yeah, Sigourney Weaver's been knocked out, but she's doing that very panty breathing. She's doing that at the moment.
It appears to have not helped. I fear I've made things worse.
She's been having terrible dreams, so you put her back to sleep.
Put it to sleep.
Realization has now happened that the pacifist shouldn't be fucking hitting people.
Ending
No
your
one said
go.
I was
He never said he was a
pacifist.
pacifist.
Up until now, have you seen him strike a child? No, he just thought one this time. I think I
Well,
want to do something
it's
before
'cause
I die.
He's never had the chance.
Oh, guys, remember the children? Right back at the beginning, and you guys were all like, oh, we should look after them. And me and Reaper were like, yeah, on your own with that.
I
now
don't
he
think
goes
Yeah,
Bolgi was
a
ever
death
saying
out.
that.
No.
A Durst Manor, Rose and
It does
Thorn.
matter.
Ending your go.
I'm pretty sure Bolgi was saying if it's their time to die, it's their time to die. Yeah, that's the end of my go.
Okay, Reaper, you're up.
I'm going to move the 30 feet that I need to be about here.
Mhm.
And I'm going to unleash the crucible on this little shit up here.
On the little shit, roll for an attack.
I'm just never going to get over this, Bolgi. Just so you know, you've
Me
traumatized
both.
me. Me of all people you've traumatized. I didn't think that was possible. That's a critical 20
He's all right.
plus 8 for 28.
Yeah, roll for damage.
This is double, isn't it?
You double whatever you roll and then add the modifiers.
So 4, 8, and then 11 for the normal damage, and then I've got to roll 2d8 for the for the radiant.
Have you doubled already?
The normal damage, not the radiant.
Okay.
That's 11 for the normal damage, and then let's get the radiant sorted. No, come back. Oh, fuck you. 5,
Very enthusiastic.
9. So that's 9, 18,
Add
and 21. So 21 plus 11 is 32 damage.
32. So as you shoot this blast from the crucible, pshung, it goes to open up its mouth ready as this green fire begins to illuminate inside of it, but smacking into it with the bolt obliterates it.
Suck that, ghost boy.
Dummy's gonna put her daggers away and sulk.
I told you, none of us
Not
have to.
ideal.
I told you, none
Can
of
I
us have
go
to do this
over-
alone.
Can I go over and
Shut the fuck up.
inspect the girl's eyes as well?
Yeah, you can have a look, even though she's unconscious.
Yeah, do I see the same as what Bolgi saw? The splits?
Yeah. And you also sort of see that her eyes, the pupils, are now sort of growing. In fact, now her irises are completely gone and they're just completely black.
I see. You've got no more of the spells, do you, Bolgi? That you can think of?
I have a number of spells prepared today.
I turn towards.
You meant something useful.
Yeah, well, at that point, I just turn towards Victor. I'll go. Anything up your arsenal, Victor?
Let me have a look. and pulls out his spell book.
Do have dispel magic as a last resort. I don't know.
It's not dispel magic.
Then that is it.
I think in this circumstance, we may need to find out what's causing the source of the power. But they said it's
Yes.
caved in at the moment, so trying to get through that is going to be one hell of a challenge.
I'm on it.
I kind of
Apparently,
turn.
she's on it.
I'll turn towards the other two. It seems that whatever is possessing Frida is causing her to change, to take on its own form. We are on a time limit. If we don't stop the cause, or at least expel it from her, we may have to put her to sleep.
She's already asleep.
Do a persuasion check.
Okay. That's going to be a very good persuasion check. That is a 27.
Jesus Christ.
It's a 19.
You do see this very reluctance on Astrid's face, and Harold's face just completely drops.
Are you able to take us to where that cave-in happened? The quickest way.
The quickest way would be down the stairs, but that statue out there.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
After hearing that, no, down the stairs.
I think Reaper, being the one who's experienced there, should go down first.
How about you, snaky boy? Ever heard of the
Wow,
Garden of
wow.
Eden? Mister, I can persuade people, you slivering bastard.
Well,
Venting
you
a
guys
little
have
today.
been there before, right? How did you get there yourself?
I think there's a staircase to the west part that goes further down. I mean, she can be very nimble on her feet, so she was able to outrun the blasts, I think. And when we got down there, they did stop for a while. I'm not quite sure why.
So when you say when you say west, as in through those doors and to the west.
Well, there's a
I
staircase.
got doors
if
down
you go-
here.
Yeah, it's the middle door there. It leads down to a staircase to the lower parts. The further down, well, to be fair, we've tried not to explore this place as much as possible because of
Just this.
yeah. And the one time we did explore, well, she's right there
Well,
fighting for her life and her mind.
on that, you have a choice. You can come with us, or at least one of you, to guide us in the direction, or you can keep an eye on her and look out for any sort of changes. It may be best to at least restrict her movements if she does gain consciousness again.
I agree.
If
I prefer to try and keep her here and keep her as much as just trying to keep her comfortable as much as we can. We will try and bind her if things get worse, and we'll look after her. But if you can help us, that'd be very much appreciated.
Right. We'll see what we can do.
Okay.
So the middle door, and then about this one here.
Yes, that's
Right,
the
okay.
one she was pointing at.
Shall we
There's
make a
also
move?
other doors.
Magic hand.
so I'm there, I'll check for traps.
Okay.
I'll
Investigation check.
relay to the others. We're checking the door that they mentioned. So if you want to be quick, it's best we go now.
That would be a natural 20 for 26.
Okay. Nope, doesn't appear to be trapped, and it appears to be open.
Cool, I'm opening it. And then I'll stop
Okay.
and look at light before I walk through the door, waiting for
Okay.
permission. because I've been told not to go through doors.
I said as long as we're all together, we're all here. So
You say we're all here.
You do see another closed door at the end of the passageway.
I am checking for traps every inch of this adventure.
Another investigation.
Ah. Okay, Kiki, don't let me down.
Kiki.
You bitch.
I'll let you down.
Well,
That's-
Gil
that's-
was taken.
That's what you get for using that dice.
I know, but she rolled a natural 20 before. 8.
8. Doesn't appear to be trapped.
I'm gonna die, guys. I'll walk over to the next door.
Suddenly, these are... No,
Oh,
I'm only joking. It just opens up and you see stairs leading down further.
I'm in
And turning
flashbacks. The
around.
first time she went unconscious was between 2 doors like this, and she set off a trap.
Yep. That's Scythe.
Yep.
And you guys would like to follow?
I'm
Certainly.
sticking to Dammy like glue through this whole
Okay.
thing.
I don't think Tiago's going to squeeze through that little door, so I'm going to.
He can
place my hand
actually.
Gently. You sure? Because
He
it looks
can-
fucking tiny on here.
It's 10 foot.
It's 10-foot squares. He'll be able to fit.
Okay, right. So
It's a little bit of a wiggle for him, but he can get through.
I'm
Yeah,
checking
we'll
every
go-
inch as I go.
Okay. Moving down into the lower part of the Amber Temple. And this would also be a fantastic time for any toilet breaks that anybody needs to take as well.
Yes.
Cool beans.
Yeah.
All right. Just as we did get a party of 8 raid from Disturbed 2236. So thank you very much, dude.
Nice.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
Yay!
Wait, did that happen
If-
just as we're about to go away for 5 minutes?
Like about 2-3 minutes ago.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
okay.
But if
Oh,
any of
no!
We'll be back with fantastic more content, I promise.
What a lad.
if anybody does like sort of a variety streamer who streams a lot of different types of games, please do give Disturbed a follow. It'd be much appreciated. I was gonna do
Definitely.
exclamation mark shout out Disturbed 2236 and realized I am not on my own channel for that.
Oh, wow. So, guys, we'll be back in about 5 minutes once we've emptied bladders and got refreshed with drinks and whatnot. So we'll see you very shortly.
Right, see you shortly, guys.
Bye.
welcome back. All refreshed, emptied, and ready to storm through this temple. So as you've gone down the stairs, going into the lower west hall, glistening amber coats the wall and the ceiling of this enormous hall, like almost looking like sculpted honey, but it's just completely covered in dust on the black marble floor underneath your feet. The ceiling stands about 25 feet high, and you do see more carvings on the walls as well, of more people speaking to gods from the looks of it, and more of these stone looking things that the gods seem to be put in place. You also see various doors here and there, and some of them have names on them as well, which I will tell you depending on the door that you go to.
Oh my god, there are doors with names on them. So many doors.
Can we remember what the kids upstairs said roughly was the location?
So it was on the east side.
And you're on the west.
Yeah. So I'm assuming I can see this passageway just above us that goes to the east.
Mhm.
So we can check these doors, guys, or if we want to be quick, there's a passage that should hopefully take us to where we need to be.
They also said somebody was
I've
nimble
already
enough
walked
to.
over to the door down.
Someone
What
was
was that,
nimble enough
Mark?
to out. Someone was nimble enough to outrun the blasts.
Yeah, that was the other
Yeah.
way. We're not doing that.
Yeah, Frida
If a kid can
was
do
the
it,
one who was
Tiago
nimble
could.
enough,
You can't even see. How are you going to do that?
riding on the back of Tiago.
We aren't sacrificing Tiago, I'm telling you that fucking now.
Not sacrificing anything. Tiago's probably got more agility than any of us.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
bad
I'm
roll,
fairly
we'll see how well
spry,
that
but I'm not
goes.
risking. I'm fairly spry, but I'm not risking disintegration. Is there a name on this door?
There is. It has the name Thangob. I'll put that in the chat for you.
Thangob.
What a lad.
I'm going to look at Erebus and I'm going to say, mean anything to you?
DM, does it mean anything to me?
Do a religion check.
Ooh. Ooh. Let's say 16.
16. Doesn't ring a bell.
No bell.
No, I'm afraid not.
Is there any design on the door, or is it just a name?
Just a name.
I'm going to kind of look back at mainly Light, but also the rest of the group in a way that basically just says, like, I'm going to open the door unless somebody stops me.
We can come back later. We are on a time limit if you wish to save the girl.
I mean, if, right.
She means nothing to me.
Point.
Oh wow.
You know I'm not leaving your side. If you go through that door, I'm going through with you.
I'll hold up the rear if you need it.
Sorry, breaking out of character, because my chaotic neutral girl just managed to make you all very evil people.
No.
Very
No.
easily.
Blanche is never given a shit.
I'm
Pretty neutral
cold-blooded.
anyway.
I'm a dragon now, I'm cold-blooded. I don't give a fuck.
Cool, I'm going to check for traps and then see if I can open this door.
Alright, do an investigation check.
Oh.
It's a weird situation you find yourself in when Erebus is the least morally grey of us all.
The shifty one's like, let's save the girl. We're all like,
We've done enough saving people getting our asses kicked, I'm just saying.
Very good point.
Thank you.
23.
23. So just inspecting around this, doesn't appear to be trapped or anything. But then you go for the door and you realise it's not locked, but it weighs a lot. Like the actual weight of the amber, so it's really hard to push. So if you're going to try and open it, it's a strength check I need from you.
I am totally going to try and open it. because it will be hilarious.
In the meantime, I'll probably just head over to the big passage and look through there.
Okay. Okay, the strength check. Oh, she's gone jerky again.
Oh no.
We're losing you.
That was an interesting pause.
Very anticlimactic.
Oh, she might be back.
Can you hear us, Fliss? 'Cause we can't hear you.
Oh, she's swapping over.
Oh,
We're used to this, guys.
Oh.
No, here we go.
I'm just
Right,
on the phone
strength.
with worrying because I have low battery. But my strength check was a 9.
Nope. Nope. That thing's not
Do you want me
budging.
to have a go?
upon hearing the
Oh.
groans, Blanche will speak up. Do you want to let a grown-up try?
I mean,
Shots
age
were
before
fired.
beauty, and I'll step back.
Okay.
And Blanche will kind of ungracefully flop down off Tiago and hobble towards the
Ungracefully.
groaning noise. Yeah.
You know,
Right.
all I've got an
make
image
a
is of him dropping off of Tiago, rolling towards the door like a bowling ball, and then it just opens.
Make a strength check.
23.
Okay. With a bit more elbow grease. It's just grating along that black marble floor. You do manage to open it up.
Thanks, sockets.
Oh.
Head pat.
What's going on with my map?
Oh god.
That name's like, I don't even know.
Well, that's bulged up, but you can go in.
Yeah.
Inside, the room has amber glazed walls, and the floor a greyish marble with black veins almost stretching around. And in 3 alcoves, there's 3 amber sarcophagi inside.
Oh, we're not opening them.
Oh,
We're not
oh, magic
opening
guy.
No.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're
You wanted
not.
these?
Free the amber guards, dude. Oh, sorry. I'm assuming that Tiago will have been relaying information of what can be seen, what can't.
Well, no, because you fucked off without Tiago. You remember got off Tiago and fucked off in there, so no, Tiago ain't.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
fair
walk
enough.
up and just be like looking at one, see if it's like, because it's amber, can I see anything in it?
Are we doing the same to the other?
There is almost like a black shape inside, almost humanoid in a way. But the hairs on the back of your neck just prickle, just looking at these.
Magic guy, get in here.
Hello.
Didn't the kids say things
Not
in
you,
these
kid.
were alive?
Oh, okay.
Why do you
I'm
think I said don't open it? Why the fuck do you think I said
I
don't
haven't
open the
we
fucking
haven't opened
thing?
anything.
No, but I can see her eyes twinkling. I can see it from here. There's a big sparkle because she wants in. He might have something pretty on him. Come have a look and see if it's dangerous, nom.
It's a massive hunk of amber. This is valuable.
I'm quite far away, so you're going to shout me over.
Yeah.
Oi,
From what
magic
you
boy.
can see, Erebus is looking down that corridor, but it realizes it's not a corridor. It just opens up into that grand hallway again, and can see the statue.
I believe we're here for a pile of treasure, not for bodies in amber.
Oh, where's
So-
your sense of adventure, Fuzzball?
So I'll go in and I'll take a look at these sarcophagi.
Okay.
Can I make a roll for anything?
It's then, in fact, you'd be able to actually see on the sarcophagi various different names.
Mm-hmm.
On the left, it says the name Norganus. The south one says Vond, and the one on the right, it says Seriach.
They're
Okay.
all
This is what?
inventors of salad dressing.
Close enough. I will, I'll go up and put my hand on one of them.
Same what I was about to do.
Yes.
Which
And-
one are you putting your hand on?
So
I'm
run
just
me,
gonna raise my crossbow in preparation for this shit to go south.
run me through the names again.
So the one on the left, Norganus. The one on the bottom, Vaughned. And the one on the right, Seriach.
Any of them ring a bell?
I do a religion check.
Nice. That's a 19.
Did you
Doesn't
read
ring a
those
bell.
out loud?
Oh, oh yeah.
No.
Cool. So,
This is 19.
19 doesn't ring a bell
Okay.
on any of these names.
Fuck it, 1 in 3 chance, do it.
Yeah, so I'll go to the south one.
The south one. Okay.
Yeah.
The one that says Vaughned.
Correct, yes.
When you put your hand on it, suddenly it's like you get sucked into your own mind. And what you see in there is utter darkness. You're just standing in what feels like a very dark room. You put your hands in front of your face, but you can see that's absolutely fine. You can see yourself. And then very eerily, you begin to see these pale hands in front of you, just sort of moving, twisting. And you're sort of looking all around yourself as it's all around you, these arms just moving. And then being presented in front of you are 4 arms moving towards, holding a golden face, moving closer towards you. And the face itself looks more like a mask with hollowed eyes. Ah, a stranger. Welcome to me. I am Vaughned the Evasive.
Greetings, Vaughan.
Do you present?
Oh, sorry.
No, not at all. It's been a while since I've had company. Since the wizards here at the Amber Temple encased me in amber, trapping me here for a very long time. Do you want to help? I can grant you powers if you were to free me.
Tell me, Vaughan, have you heard of the god Seth?
I can't say it's a god I am familiar with.
I see. Such a shame. I wish to assist many of you, but not for those trinkets that you offer me. No,
Then
not
our
power.
business here is good. Then our business here is at an end. Goodbye. And like
Ah,
that, just you snap back into reality.
Well, you
No.
seem fine, and she's kind of annoyed that he touched one when she wanted to.
Is she
She's gonna
about?
go to the one. She's gonna go to the one that said Norganus.
And if she's going to
She's
reach
gonna put her
out,
hand on it.
can I take a reaction to slap it?
It's going to be
Brave
a
boy.
dex. It's going to be a dex competition between you both.
Sure.
Oh, good luck, mate. Straight dex.
Yeah, straight dex.
I roll rubbish though, so I feel bad about that now. Yep, rolled rubbish.
Well, does that beat a 15?
Well, I no.
Okay.
If it's straight dex, no.
What did you get?
I rolled a 4 and I get +4, so 8.
Oh, okay. Yep. So, just as you're about to put your hand on the amber sarcophagus, Erebus just snaps back into reality, sees you about to put your hand down, and just slaps it out of the way.
So while he slaps her hand out of the way,
Oh my god. Yes.
Ow!
Seeing that he was all right, I'll just put my hand on the other one and just
Oh,
I'll
you
try to get a
fucking
closer look
pleb.
inside.
Oh my fucking god.
Ow! And I'll just grab onto his wrist if I can and just make it hurt slightly.
I show no pain.
So you're actually touching the sarcophagus light.
Well, seeing that he was all right, I'm gonna try and get a closer look inside and like put a hand on and try and look in, like lean over it. So I'm
So
not
I've got
actually
a
just
car
trying to
right
make
now.
anything happen. Just
Right, but the fact that you touch it,
Yeah.
suddenly you shoot into your mind, and before you is almost like the pits of, like a pit of hell. Around you is just fire, brimstone,
this
absolute
is the complete
chaos.
opposite of what I'm used to.
And in front of you, you begin to hear, and in front of you are hell dogs just coming up towards you, and they stand about 5 feet away from you, as then the master comes up behind, a very tall, demonic looking man, horns, a glowing red stomach, holding some kind of a spear, holding out his hand.
Would he look like he's in any distress at all?
He, to be honest, this kind of happens in no time at all.
Mm.
You don't actually see anything happen. With Erebus, it just looks like he put his hand on the sarcophagus, and then a second later he took his hand off.
And then immediately slapped the hand off.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to hurt him, by the way. I'll turn up the heat more.
Mortal. Who
Okay, at this point,
dares to despise Sarish the Hellhound Whisperer?
Can you say that
Speak
again,
up.
please?
Who dares to step into the void of Sarish the Hellhound Whisperer?
Well, not gonna give you my name, but it is a little bit hot in here. Could you turn the heat down, please?
You dare mock me?
No, I'm just politely asking you to turn the heat down. I'm not used to this. I'm sorry.
Would you like my hellhounds to maybe rid you of your pain?
I'm not in pain. I wanted to look at something, and now what?
And now you gaze upon me.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely looking at
Curiosity
something.
is here to kill. Perhaps I could use you. How about I give you the gift of being able to control my hellhounds if you set me free?
And what would happen if I set you free?
You will have
Oh, I don't
possession
know,
of my
hellhounds.
hellhounds.
No, I mean, yeah, I would have control of your hellhounds. What would you do if I set you free?
I'll be finally free of the Amber Temple. Be free to wander Barovia.
Okay, didn't answer my question.
So, we do not have a bargain.
I mean, maybe if you tell me what you're gonna do once you're free and you're wandering Barovia.
That is one of my businesses, not yours, mortal. You dare to defile a god. Boys,
You're the one.
he is wasting my time. Sick him. And the dogs just get ready to pounce.
I'll just say,
And just
no
as
deal.
they
No deal.
and suddenly you snap back into the room.
Yeah.
So I'm
please.
The pressure cooker is being put onto
I'm-
Erebus's arm.
I'm cooking me up a snake in one hand.
You know what?
And I'm
Basically
going to
gonna go
maintain
between-
eye contact with him
I
And
come
I'm gonna-
between the
and
two.
put my hand on it.
No, I'm gonna go in between the two and literally pull them apart, and just basically look at both of them and go, now isn't the time to be hurting each other when we've seen what's
She's
already
right.
in
Touch
here.
Oh, God.
I've got a hold of you. What are you fucking touching?
She has 2 arms.
I have 2 arms.
Hmm.
You're holding me back. I've still got 2 hands.
You don't know where
So
I'm
you're
holding
going to
you
put
back
your
from.
hand.
I can touch it. I'm touching the one that says Norganis.
Okay.
I've seen 2
Suddenly
people do
now
it, and they've
you-
been fine.
Oh.
Suddenly, that goes in. And suddenly, what comes in front of you is almost like a very dark chapel. Loads of humanoid-looking figures bowing towards something at the very front, raised on a plinth. In front of you, it looks like a gigantic shadow tree with tentacles all coming out and sort of glowing eyes.
What a lad.
Cool.
But at the moment, you're just watching as everyone is just sort of bowing towards it. And you're just watching it just sort of bathe almost in this praise, but you're not hearing anything just yet.
I'm going to start walking towards it.
Ah, hello, little one. For what can I honor the pleasure of a newcomer such as yourself?
What are you?
I am a god. I go by the name of Norganis, the finger
never
of
heard of you.
oblivion. Well, as to be expected, being in a cage for 1,000 years.
Why were you caged?
Because the wizards feel like I was getting a little too powerful, along with various other gods here in Barovia.
So I guess you existed before Strahd.
I do not know this name of Strahd.
He's basically the only god here now.
Or is he? Interesting. Well, I can always... Is he an enemy of yours?
Yeah, he
I
is.
see. How would you like some? Is he quite the challenge for you?
He has been.
Perhaps you would like some help. If you were to free me, then I will be able to give you power to help fight him.
What would you give me?
What would I give you? I need to remind myself what I would give you.
I think he touched his own head and obliterated that.
I can give you the power of death.
I'm already pretty good at killing people.
But are you able to do it with just the mere power of one finger?
Yeah, firebolt.
Doesn't seem to affect him.
Bold.
Works better if you're not a god. I'm not big on creepy trees, so we already had to kill one, so thanks, but I'm out.
I see. Then return. But if you change your mind, you know where I am.
And like that, you come back into reality.
Hey, Blanche, if you want eyes, touch some shit.
Don't touch some shit.
Not this one. This is just a creepy
Touch.
tree.
Also, not
Gotta
this
get a
one.
bit smelly.
This one's just
What shit?
hellhounds.
Wait. What do you...
Hellhounds.
What? No, stop. You're touching stuff and you're seeing shit. What the fuck have you seen?
Who are
Creepy
you
tree.
seeing?
told me he was the Finger of Oblivion and wanted to give me the power of death if I freed him from his amber prison. But honestly, he thinks he's a god, and I think we've got more than enough of those to fight at the moment. So
Yeah. So all these seem to be gods, and they're trying to make bargains to allow us
What were they called?
to free them.
this one
What
was
were they called?
Norganis, Finger of Oblivion.
No, we are not touching any more of this. There is always a heavy price for bargains and gods in this place. No.
Are they the
no.
Amber Gods?
I'd assume so.
Did
you free them?
They're very reluctant.
No, they've
did
been
you
here
say their
since before
names were?
Strahd.
What did you say their names were, and what were they powered of?
Norganis, Creepy Tree, Finger of Oblivion.
Right. Yeah. Definitely no. Light.
I don't actually remember the name of mine. It was a bit hot for me to, like, you know. But
Erebus.
Vaughn says so on the.
Yes. What is his power?
I don't know. I didn't last long enough to find out.
Oh, well, I
Really,
can find
but-
out.
Say so.
God.
Say so on what?
It doesn't actually power up.
Are you telling me, Erebus, that you, who is normally quite bound to find out magical things and a little bit creepy yourself, didn't catch what he was of?
Yes.
I'm patting the amber.
Sorry if I call bullshit.
It's out of
Now-
juice, guys.
May I turn your attention to the fact that when one did escape and possessed a girl upstairs, the amber crumbled.
You think that's what happened to her?
Well, it's got to get out somehow.
Also, these gods are very reluctant to tell you what their side of the deal is. Obviously,
Well,
you
that
get
generally
these
means they're not going to
powers.
be very good,
Exactly.
are they?
I'm
None
assuming
of us have
that-
been
We're gonna be-
particularly. None of us
Now,
have been particularly
assuming that-
forthcoming with information.
I'm assuming that Chisley Joe up there is one of the last of the wizards that entombed them.
One thing that we've got to think, though, is if they are offering us items for freedom, one of them might have the sword that we're after.
And one of them
And-
might be worse than Strahd. Do you want to risk it?
Well, we're going to have to find the sword somehow.
And I'm sure
Well-
we can do it without unleashing a horde of fucking evil gods.
Well, we
As
haven't
far
done
as,
so.
as far
Horde.
as I can tell,
How do you know they're
the
evil?
sword is not here. So
I'm
let's
sorry,
continue
Amber
looking.
Gates. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
the
look,
name?
none of these have a sword. None of these are getting out. Let's go.
Yes.
I'm going to start
But we
walking.
don't actually know that none of them have a sword. If we don't know
I
what
wasn't offered a
Erebus
sword.
Neither was
actually
I.
did or said.
And Erebus wasn't told, so the sword's not here.
Yeah,
Let's
I'd
keep looking.
hold out on that one.
Let's keep looking. The last thing we want is to start defining ourselves now in the middle of this shit show.
I mean, you're saying evil gods, but wouldn't you be pissed off if you were locked in an orange tomb for fucking years?
Right, I'm
Oh,
going to
sorry,
forgive you,
Finger of
Sockets, because
Oblivion.
you couldn't see the carvings on the way down. Basically, these are evil fuckers that needed to be entombed, and
According to who?
according to whoever made those chisels and that dire warning up there, frankly,
According
Strahd is more than enough for me.
to yes,
Why are you so bored with this, Blanche? What aren't you telling us?
She wants her
Nothing.
sight back.
That's not just that. She's basically saying, oh, what determines it? We've pretty much been through hell everywhere we've been through. This is not going to be roses and, wine down here.
But it's only hell because you've experienced it. This is words that you've seen on a wall, and you believe in them.
I'm sorry, there's a person upstairs writhing in agony because something broke out of something amber-worthy, and it's pretty much a demon. So what would tell you that this is a safe route?
Is the owl
That's,
not evil to the mouse?
Let's put it this way. We are only doing what
Okay.
we're doing now to get out of this prison that we're in Barovia. They're doing what they can to get out of the prison that they're in now. So,
And wouldn't
Who's
you do
to
anything
say-
to get out of here?
Right. Okay. I'm feeling like we're going in circles on a moot point here. I get where you're coming from, Sockets. I realise you can't see me pointing at you. So I get where you're coming from, and if I come across one that's offering eyes, have at it. But right now, that's not what's on offer.
Yes.
People
Well,
make
So we move on.
perception checks for me.
All of us?
Is this having
God.
left the room or those still in the room?
Everyone.
What kind of perception?
It's hearing. So
Right,
the
cool.
straight roll
Ooh.
for you.
21.
Okay.
Do I have advantage on hearing or just smell?
I think smell. I want to say hearing as well. I can't remember.
It would be
I
keen.
think it's hearing as well. I'm just looking it up.
It would be keen senses as well, wouldn't it?
20.
Hearing and smell. So, oh, that's
7.
much better. 20.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So you all begin to hear footsteps coming a little round the corner, leading to the hallway. And some of you who have better senses of smell will also begin to smell kind of almost like a rotting. Well, not really rotting, but rotted. Like it's happened a long time ago. And you begin to see someone come around the corner. Someone who is tall, with very grand looking robes, with almost like a coronet on anything, but he's got very long grey hair that is just completely withered away, and his face is almost corpse like.
As soon as I heard footsteps, I would have had Corpse Slayer out, ready to. Yeesh.
Oh, fuck off. Not a
Oh.
lich.
Not
Oh,
just, not
I
just,
would have had Corpse
Fuck
Slayer out
off.
as soon as I heard footsteps,
not just any lich.
especially if I could smell rotting.
Hello? Is anybody there? Hello?
Magic
Ah,
boy.
okay.
Oh.
I'll step forward. I'll take a look at him.
Ah,
Greetings. Oh.
good eatings, my boy.
We have come to this temple to seek out a way to stop the curse of Barovia.
There's a curse on Barovia, you say? Oh, what kind of curse?
It traps anyone who comes within its borders.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear about that. Would you like a nice cup of tea? Maybe we can sit this one out until the curse is all over. I've got a nice little kettle set upstairs, nice and copper. I do beg pardon. If you like reading as well, I do have some books upstairs as well. If you want to come along.
Excuse me, sir, but could we have introductions first?
Oh, introductions, of course.
And he pauses for a moment and he looks very confused.
You know what? I've rather forgotten my name.
Could I tell who this is?
You can try.
So, can I tell that he's a lich?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull out my my telescope,
Mhm.
and I'll go
Oh, is that what it's called these days?
my brass telescope, and I'll kind of go. I believe, if your memory doesn't serve you, that you are Exthanta, the Grand Mage.
Am I? I do say this telescope does look somewhat familiar.
Did you make a statue of a head talk?
I think. Oh,
Hang on. I kind of turn a bit and go. How long ago did Xanther and Strahd come here?
Victor kind of pipes in and goes,
it was about 400 years ago.
A lich on his own for 400 years can't really be right for the head, I suppose.
Well, I was alone in the mountains for a while, and even I went a bit doolally at times like that. This old chap feels like he's gone a bit senile.
Is there anything for that? I mean, I
Give it
suppose
another 100 years. You get used to it.
Therapy.
I suppose if we can clear his brain, then he might be able to give us what exactly we need straight away.
What is
I
it?
did draw a line in the sand a while ago.
Yeah, I was
and
going to
just want
say. Excuse me, Mister. Can't remember your name. Just on behalf of my friend here,
Oh, don't worry, I can't
you
remember
mind-
my name as well.
would you mind ending your existence?
Oh, thank you.
I beg pardon.
Your existence. Would you mind ending it?
Right
We
now.
can't help you
No,
unless
nothing
you say
personal.
yes.
Why would I want to end my existence?
Because it's been 400 years and you've gone insane. You're
Have
unnatural and. Sorry, first of all, I tried.
I'll kind of.
Have I gone insane?
So your training is coming along well.
Is Blanche next to me? No, not Blanche. Sorry. Is
Victor?
Oh no. Light.
Reaper, Tommy, light.
I am.
Wow.
The easiest name out
was-
the whole fucking
You
group.
small people all
I
look the
read-
same to me, yeah?
I mean, I would walk forward anyway and say, "Hey, look, I've got to end my existence too." So
I'll kind of. Light.
Is this some kind of cult? Are
Do
you all
have-
wanting to commit suicide? That's
No.
not very
No.
good for your health.
it's just for us that don't belong anymore.
Light, if he's been.
Oh, you belong, my dear boy. Look at you. You're very handsome. You can get all the ladies out there. I can tell you that. Sadly, I've lost my good looks back in the day, but I'm happy with all my books upstairs and a nice cup of tea too.
It's not quite what I mean by don't belong.
Don't you have.
You're
Great.
dead, mate. That's it. You're dead. That's what they're trying to fumble about. You are dead. You are a rotting corpse.
Sorry,
With whatever
Lee is
going on.
desperately trying to ask Light something, and we are just storming over him. Sorry.
Do you have a
Um,
scroll that can help out with potentially purifying this thing?
Who's asking? Who are you asking?
I'm
That's
asking
the
Light.
Testing Light.
Oh, Light.
I did write it down. I know for a fact I did.
Greater Restoration, I think.
That,
Someone had.
yeah. I think that was it. I'm
Yeah.
fairly certain I did write it down. Oh yeah, Scroll of Great Restoration. There it is. Just double checking that I did have it.
I suppose this could, in fact, be the reverse of undeath. We could at least maybe. I don't know, at least. Sort out his head.
I'm not gonna lie, Erebus. Scroll this powerful, don't really want to use it on somebody that I don't know, rather keep it for somebody that I do know.
Hey, dead guy, do you know the name Strahd?
Yes, a very good old friend of mine. Admittedly, I've not
Oh,
seen him
God.
in a very long time. Ever since he.
What do you mean, good old friend of yours?
Oh, we know they were
So-
friends. They came here together.
yeah.
Did he have a sword?
He had a hilt of a sword.
What we've got to
I was
remember-
more paying attention to help this god out who granted me immortality, and Strahd
Oh
also
my
dealt with.
God, who did you let free?
I didn't let free anybody. They just let me have these powers.
Nobody
We've been
gives
speaking
powers
to
for
these gods.
free.
But Strahd, on the other hand, he let one of these gods free. In fact, it's
Which
just
one?
down there. Now you're asking, dear boy. It's oh, no, the name eludes me. Begins with a V, doesn't it? No.
Do I know this? Was this in the journal?
Is it in the journal?
I don't imagine it was in the journal. I don't know.
Let me
My
remind
notes are all
myself.
over the place.
Do I
While
know
you're-
of...
I was gonna say while you're having a look, I'll just look to Erebus and see.
The name, I know
Keeping
the
this
name has
close.
cropped up.
It's not like...
Vampire Lord of Blood. Was it the Vampire Lord of Blood one?
Ah, now that name does ring a bell.
Because I took notes
Yes.
on that one. I did take notes on that one.
He made some kind of a pact for his own immortality, but of course he needed to break Vampire free. Not a very clever move. And what did Strahd say? I know I wrote it down. It might be in one of my journals upstairs. Do you mind if we locate to upstairs and I can tell you? You seem very nice people. If you know Strahd.
Sure. Just before we go anywhere, though, what happened to the hilt?
Oh, where did he put that hilt? Ah, yes, it's in the treasury, just over here, past the statue.
Can we get past the statue okay?
Oh, beg your pardon. I do need a bit of security amongst here myself, and he just kind of. There we go, all sorted.
It's a clapper.
That was it? It was a clapper all along?
You also notice when he does clap, you hear a click, and he watches one of his fingers is kind of bent to at a funny angle.
Oh, I might have to stitch that back on. Ugh.
I'm going to look at Light
He
and
just
I'm just going to say,
He pulls it off and then puts it in his pocket. And go,
For later.
treasury.
Yeah, Lighty is perked up too.
And I'm going to kind of like hover on the edge of going for it and kind of look at the rest of the group.
He seems friendly enough.
Treasury.
However, I'm keeping this scroll of great restoration, Erebus. Fuck that idea.
That's right.
Since we're on our way to possibly sit down and sip tea, I would say it's that time.
yeah. So as he leads you out into the Great Hall, we'll call it time.
No.
Time at the bar, ladies and gentlemen. Leaving on a wee bit of a cliffhanger there. Not the biggest cliffhanger I've ever left you on, but still, more to learn, more to see.
We found Xantha.
What a
I
lad.
actually don't remember that being a chance, like being our mission, but yay!
Kind of wasn't. It was just a sword, really.
Hey, and I stayed on target there.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna touch this. I'm going to burn Erebus. Yeah, I stayed on target. She
Hey,
says.
It's
Ah,
all information. Like,
Did I make any impression on Erebus's arm, by the way? Like, I
there
tried.
would have probably been a slight burn sensation there. Something
Don't
that.
worry, he'll grow some more
After-
skin later.
What? I mean, all humans heal their skin, right?
Yeah, eventually. Right, well, we're wrapping up here for tonight, guys. We won't be playing next week. We do have other commitments elsewhere. But in 2 weeks, we should be back and hopefully find out some answers in the Amber Temple.
Fun times.
Thank
Treasure.
you very much for joining us, and we'll see you later. Don't have nightmares.
hi, everybody.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Hey.